Hey on the channel, it's another year-end countdown, as today we're counting down my top 5 favorite female wrestling figures of 2023.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Best of 2023 year-end countdown list. In today's video, we're counting down my top 5 favorite female wrestling figures of 2023. I believe this is a new countdown here on the channel, as I believe we did not do this last year. Now, it's tough in a lot of the top 10 AEW, top 10 WWEs, top 10 Ultimates, things like that for females to crack into those lists. And we've had a lot of good female figures, but when you have so many male figures, it's really tough for some of those female figures to break through. So I figured, you know what, we should have the place for them to shine in their own top 5 year-end video, and that's exactly what we're doing here. Now, everything's up for game, be it Boss Fight, or maybe next year with Power Town and Medusa coming. AEW Unmatched, Unrivaled, of course, and the Elite line, the basic line from the WWE. Anything female wrestling figure related is up for grabs here. So remember, as usual, this is my list. Put your list in the comments down below. Your list can't be wrong. My list can't be wrong because it's our list. That's the way these things do go. But we're, of course, starting at number 5, working our way to number 1. Number 1 going to be my favorite female wrestling figure of 2023. So without further ado, let's get after it. Let's kick it off at number 5. All right, we begin the countdown at number 5, and my number 5 selection very well could be the number 1 selection for a lot of folks out there, as the number 5 spot for me comes from WWE, comes from Mattel, comes from the Then Now Forever Target exclusive 4-pack. It is Becky Lynch and her crazy, I don't know if it's supposed to be like Bjork or Lady Gaga inspired, I don't know what's going on here, but the big old, I guess skirt we'll call this kind of thing. Big see-through skirt, very, very huge, very large. And honestly, this is the most deluxe female figure of any toy line that we did get this year, I think. But looking very, very good. Of course, a very different head sculpt and different hairdo for Becky Lynch on this one. The little mask hair thing. I don't even know what this is exactly, but crazy, crazy outfit here. Definitely standing out from a crowd. You guys saw us unbox that pack on this channel. I like this enough. However, it just felt so out of sorts in that pack to me. Maybe I'm different. I really think they should have done a Then Now Forever male and female pack. I think that would have been deserved, and this should have been a female one. It felt shoehorned in. It didn't feel maybe as special with her in there. It just didn't feel like it made sense to me. I could be in the minority there, but this figure, no doubt about it, is a great figure. Would have been great as a standalone Elite as well. Possibly would have been the best one from that series if that's the way it went. But instead, it was in the Then Now Forever Target exclusive box set. And Becky Lynch here, coming in at number 5. All right, next up in our top 5 female wrestling figures countdown, we go back to Mattel. We go to the Mattel Basic line, a basic line that, especially recently, has so many sleeper good figures that some people are missing out on. And this is one a lot of people missed out on, but not by choice. They've been wanting this figure, they've been needing this figure, and it sounds like this figure will be coming to retail very, very soon. We're taking it all the way back to maybe the beginnings, middle of the year of 2023. We're going to Basic Series 138 for Gigi Dolan. First time in the line. Last time, I'm not exactly sure. We'll see what happens there. But Gigi Dolan, part of the Lost Basic Wave. That Series 138 and even 137 until recently, lost in transition, lost out there, and apparently talking to someone that may know some answers about this. They said they were part of a retailer promotion that unfortunately did get canceled, kind of jumbled everything up. They're now working their way to retail. So this Gigi Dolan I saw the other day went for like $80-some on eBay, loose, $80-some for a basic. But this will be coming out to retail in a lot greater numbers soon. Of course, Ringside Collectibles, use discount code Kyle, save 10%. Got this set very early. per the usual, per the course. And this Gigi Dolan, a game changer here. I love the extreme pale skin tone here against the bright orange hair. Looking really good. We're seeing a little bit of a theme with the orange hair from Becky into this one. But just a dynamite figure, especially it being a basic. And we do know we don't get a ton of female elites. We get a lot of them in the basic line, it seems. And it seems like they start in basics, then will work their way to elite. But this one from the NXT line, technically, I guess she is a member of the NXT roster, but just a really good figure that I think a lot of people will be picking up once it starts hitting the Walmarts, Targets of the world fairly regularly. So a very good sleeper figure here at 138 is the number 4 spot, Gigi Dolan. All right, we've hit the halfway point in our top 5 countdown. We've come to the number 3 spot. Remember, get your list together. Put it in the comments. Make sure you put it in order. That's the hard part. That is the fun part. But number 3 is one that stole my heart and still has not let go. This one coming in at number 3 is a really, really good figure that has really kind of flown under the radar, it feels like. And I think a lot of that because it is a Walmart exclusive. Part of the Walmart Ruthless Aggression line. A little harder to get, as we do know, but it is first time in the line. Chloe and Tori Wilson. Tori Wilson, a great WCW performer into the WWE, of course, in that changeover there. One of the shining stars from WCW's female division. And it's always fun to get a first-timer in the line, especially a legend. And let's be honest, she is a legend at this point in the line for the first time. And you throw a dog accessory in there, it goes back to G.I. Joe, it goes to wrestling, it goes to whatever. You throw an animal accessory, you got my attention. You got my attention. And Tori Wilson, let's be honest, she's had my attention since high school. So Tori Wilson coming in hot from the Ruthless Aggression line at number 3. Dangerously close to the number 1 spot. We're at the number 2 spot, and this could be the most controversial one on the list, possibly, because it is so high. But this one, we go to WWE. We go to the basic line once again. We go back to the controversial Series 138. We go to first time in the line from NXT. We go to Jacy Jayne Basic. And I know a lot of people are saying, I don't even know who Jacy Jayne is. Well, she's been on NXT for the last couple of years. She's a proud member, I guess, kind of officially, unofficially, of good friends of the channel, Chase U. Oh, shout out to Andre Chase. Tough times for Andre Chase right now as we're filming this. Oh, tough times. But Jacy Jayne is an all-timer here. Now, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles, all the articulation, things like that. But if you know Jacy Jayne from watching on TV, they killed this head sculpt here. This is one of the best head sculpts of this year, in all honesty. I think it looks exactly like she does look. Of course, it's a good one here. It represents her time with Gigi Dolan. Of course, Mandy Rose was involved in that. Pour one out for old Mandy. We miss her on the channel, that's for sure. But this Jacy Jayne from 138 is absolutely amazing. A lot like I said about Gigi Dolan, should be coming out in greater numbers very, very soon. But definitely beyond a sleeper hit. One of the best figures this year. And number 2 on the female front right here. Just an all-time great figure. Jacy Jayne coming in at number 2 from Elite or Basic 138. So there it is. There's a 5 through 2. What is going to be number 1? Ooh, stay tuned. All right, we've reached the number 1 spot in the top 5 female wrestling figures of 2023 countdown as usual. Put your list in the comments down below. But the number 1 spot here is absolutely breathtaking. It's one that stole my heart and never let go, as we do say here on the channel. And you guys know what I like. I like big figures. I like hairy bipedal creatures. This one doesn't have any of that going on, but it does have tattoos. It is a very colorful figure. And this one comes to us from the AEW Unmatched line, Series 6. It is Ruby Soho. Shout out to good friend of the channel, Lars Fredrickson, from, of course, Rancid. But Ruby Soho, named after the Rancid song, of course. Oh, I'll never forget, like, 7th grade study hall. Listen to that on my cassette headphone player. And then Discman later that year. Oh, shout out to an expensive Discman. But Ruby Soho, an all-timer, of course, the former Ruby Riott in the WWE. We did get a few figures from her over there. But this one blows those out of the water. The bright orange hair, and crazy enough, 3 of the figures here have orange hair in this video, which is, didn't plan that, but it's the way the cookie crumbles from time to time. But the tattoo work on this, next level. And poor AEW team, the Unmatched, Unrivaled, Supreme Team, they got their work cut out for them in the tattoo department. They have so many tattooed characters to deal with. That's a job itself, tattoo man, for the figures here. But just a great female figure. Possibly the best female figure ever in the AEW line, except for Rio, of course. So shout out to Rio. Hopefully Jazzwares gets us a new Rio next year. We need more Rios in our life. She's back on TV. Let's do that. But Ruby looking extra good here. But like I said, the tattoo work, the orange hair, she's got her tongue out. We actually got a second head sculpt with her as well. Two different looks, the details on the piercings, the heavy metal hands, playing a lot of hits right here. There's no doubt this one was #1. You guys know I always start these lists off, put them out there, sleep on it a day, sleep on it a couple of days sometimes, and then I say, you know what, this is the way it's going to be. And Ruby started at #1, and she finished at #1 for me. So Ruby Soho, AEW Unmatched, Series 6, the #1 female figure for me in 2023. So there it is, another top 5 list in the can. Put your list in the comments down below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel or my other YouTube channel, as we got videos every single day on both channels, if you can believe that. So make sure you do subscribe, and check out the Patreon if you want early access to all these videos, including best of lists. They're all up there early on the Patreon. And Patreon, your best place to support this very YouTube channel. All kinds of bonus content over there. You can also support the channel, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for Ruby Soho and the top 5 female wrestling figures of 2023, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.